going on? This is really.
This is VI, and this is
Factorz TV.
Checking in.
Episode, what, 4?
4 or 5, I don't know.
We're back at it, man. Another week has gone by, man. Hope everyone has been well. Me and bros
taking care of yourself. Health is wealth.
We know it's been a lot of COVID stuff going around. Everybody stay safe, protect yourselves, man. Wear a mask, and if you ain't got to be somewhere, don't be there.
Yeah, watch out for all the variants and non-variants and variations and all the doses you don't want.
Or just smoke some weed, because the CDC, who's effing up, just released basically saying that.
I wouldn't believe shit.
You wouldn't believe that it blocks the airways, it protects from COVID?
Man, they put out what they want, what they don't want. They tell you to hibernate.
Quarantine for 10 days and then 5 days.
14 days, 10 days, 5 days. Who knows? Can't believe them. So.
Okay, well, no, we're back at it, man. Another week, man, of the Factorz TV, man. Appreciate all the support we have had, all the feedback we've gotten from people, man. You guys really showing love and showing support.
Wild, man. Shoot,
yeah,
that's what's up, man. I appreciate you guys showing love, man. We gonna give you some updates with some twists and talk about real life applications.
What's going on with you right now, man? What's new with you? I think you just got the Fridays at Mint Lounge.
Oh, yeah, Mint Lounge. Me and bros taking over Fridays.
Yes, sir.
We'll be there. We've took a hiatus, really. We haven't thrown an event since 2020.
Yeah, March. Yeah, March of 2020.
A club event. So, this will be coming back to it. But, that's just pick that up. So we're going to get that going. Kick it off the 21st, but it's all locked in.
Yeah,
so.
21st, we're going to do this Aquarius Bash, all black. So you guys come out and support us. Me and bros trying to bring culture back and color back to the nightlife and do something that's for us, by us. FUBU.
And if you're sick, stay home. Why is it so hard for everybody to stay home?
Because I got to be there, bro. It got to be popping, bro.
Basketball games, events, everybody, it's just like you don't have to be out.
I want to get dank, bro.
Drive Range Rover. Get ass.
Nah,
you don't have to come out, man. You're getting people sick. It's not right, man. If you don't know you're sick, it's different. You're just a carrier. But if you're out there, there's people out there like that too. It's dead wrong. They're just forget it. You know what I'm saying? I want to have a good time.
No, I'm good, bro. No, you're not. You about to turn a zombie. I'm going to cap you. I'm going to put one in your head and get away from you. All that confidence.
Lay you down, buddy.
Yeah. So, speaking of the residency we got, that's big news for us. So we're going to definitely try to make sure that you guys have a good time. So any celebrations, thing you want to do on Fridays, just let me or bro know. And it's Rare Entertainment.
Any day.
R&R Entertainment. And we're at Mint Lounge. Shout out to It's Trent. DJ is Trent, man. He gave us a call, man. The phone did ring, so we answered, and now we're in there on Fridays bringing good times and good people. So
why not, man?
Tap in.
Why not? What's going on with you, man?
I'm cooling. My oldest daughter had COVID. So
how's she doing?
It was her birthday. She's doing good. Her and her mother tested positive for COVID. They're doing great. They made a recovery. My daughter didn't have any symptoms or anything, but her mom had got it pretty bad. So just say a prayer for them, but they're doing fine. I talked to them, they're doing well, so that makes me feel better. It makes me happy. Other than that, it's her birthday. Her birthday was on Sunday, so happy birthday to her. Daddy loves you.
Tootie.
8 years old. Man, I appreciate God giving me you and being blessed by you. So we're going to have fun. We'll eat cake and ice cream and do whatever when you want to, but you just got to get better first. So.
Yeah, that's all that matters is health, man. That's all that matters.
Other than that, I just got to get it out the way, man. These sorry-ass Seahawks. I'm sorry.
Man, don't get me started, man.
Man, the culture changes for the better. Picture being a kid from Seattle, man, where you lost and lost. And
Next
they
year.
took it from you, and then you lost some more.
Next year.
And you have this great culture that comes along, and you're winning, man, and it's a high that you've never felt, man. The city's on fire, man. Their names ringing bells, man. It's a beautiful feeling, and then to go back to it, for me, it's like, hey, I've been here before.
Oh, no, we suck again.
We're fair weather fans. Oh, man, you fair weather fans are thinking that this is new. No, this isn't new.
And
it's
that's
sad.
what I tell people. It's like, I'm mad, but I also understand we've been here before.
Yeah.
I've seen losing seasons. I've seen, Matt have some back say, we want the ball, we're going to score, and threw a pick six.
To the house.
Also, dreads and elbows. So come on, man. So
it's one of my things is, though, with the Seahawks is they did have a lot of injuries. We spent a lot of money on Carson. He's fragile.
He knew he was hurt, too.
He's fragile. Yeah, he's fragile. Come on, Carson, man. You did us bad.
Mr. Glass. Come on, man.
We also had other injuries that happened, and people sat out for a long time, a period of times, and came back. And then also Russell Wilson hurting his finger.
Russell Wilson just not focused.
Aaron Donald, helmet to finger, messed his finger up, and then he had surgery. He was out. And he came back actually probably 4 weeks before he should have.
And Geno stunk it up the whole time. Geno lost 3 games.
3 close games.
A last-minute drive.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So we had a lot of mishaps, and so I'm not going to take that away from.
We need a backup for the backup.
I'm not going to take that away from what happened. There are a lot of mishaps, but at the same time, it looked real sloppy, man. This guy, DK, is looking real regular, and he doesn't get the looks he's supposed to, but also
he has a bad attitude.
His attitude is horrible. He needs to adjust that.
Yet, chump.
You got to really do some stuff to beat somebody, and he feel like he's made it already because of the accolades and because of the attention he gets. But this year they just let me down, man. It's sorry when you get eliminated before they announce who's eliminated. Like the last second week, they're like
not eliminated. Even a playoff. Like I'm used to like playoffs now. Now it's like,
well, shit.
It's like the Huskies when we start making the dance. It's like, we missed the NIT one year for basketball. So
the NIT.
Just been, there's some bright spots. There's Garfield High School. They're undefeated. Jay Bone over there, they're killing it.
Yeah, Coach Bone, man. Shout out to the Bulldogs, man.
Paulo, man. Paulo down there at Duke, killing it. Nolan at Gonzaga.
Don't let me hack him. Kilo or Kiro. He's from Tacoma. He just caught the game-winning interception in the national championship for Georgia against Alabama. He just caught the winning interception, so shout him out. Shout out Tacoma because he's a 253 kid doing
also,
big
Josh
things.
Woods, they won the national championship. They also they beat a Georgia team, but he's getting more looks. He only had Eastern sending him
a letter
coming into Eastern. So
okay, so that
getting more Power 5 looks. But yeah, Seattle sports. The Seahawks is down, but then it's some bright spots too. DeJounte Murray, aka Baby Boy.
Oh, he's killing it right now.
He's killing the NBA right now.
He's
he plays
killing
for the Spurs.
Man. Much love to him and his family, man.
Rainier Beach Vikings. So there's some bright spots there, but other than that, we're supposed to be making noise in the playoffs right now, and we're gone fishing. We got injuries everywhere.
We're depending on high school sports.
High school sports keeping us alive right now, man.
Yeah, so thank you, man. All the kids is out there doing great things. All the Georgia Bulldogs who just won, and shout out to the Tacoma kid who's representing and won the game-winning interception, man. He caught that, man, and he sealed the game. So sports, we've been doing some things. Seahawks fell off, other things picked up, man, but we're going to keep our heads up. And it's always Seahawks forever, but I could talk it because I'm a thorough Seahawks fan. I'm a Seattleite. It ain't nothing to it, man. I've been here when it was bad, it got good, terrible. And now we back here when it's bad, but we ain't gonna just throw them in the trash. We're just gonna talk ish and keep going about our business.
And speaking of COVID, now the high school basketball games.
There's no
parents, there's no fans.
You can't attend the games until they say in January 22nd.
And they say they might be shutting down again. I think they should go remote, especially if the numbers are getting higher. I know there's a school in New York that walked out. Actually, today they did a protest because they wanted remote and they didn't give it to them. So. Okay. Yeah, I know that's a big thing. COVID in sports is going crazy right now as well.
Okay, that's what's up. Yeah, so what's up? What you got going? What's brewing?
Nothing much, man. It's really. I was talking about sports. Klay Thompson, welcome back, man. That boy came in on fire, and I'm happy for him because he tore like the ACL and the MCL. He tore like, people don't come back from those. So shout out to Klay Thompson, man.
He did have a big impact. He came back and not only came back and had like kind of a great game. He had almost like he was a damn like retiring, like he was going on a tour, a final lap tour. But he got so much love, standing ovation. The shots he hit, dunking on 2 people, he looked like Klay Thompson. So it's great.
I just wanted to say that because I thought about was talking about sports. I thought about it, but this is the Factorz TV where we talk about what matters. We're gonna get down to the nitty gritty, and I still want to know what is going on with Seattle's nightlife, adult nightlife. What is going on?
What do you mean? What do you need more?
I need food. I need strippers. I need food. Like, you drive 2 hours to Portland and you can order a steak. While your chicken wings. While you're waiting. We went down to Atlanta, Louisiana, and strip club, and there's good food up here.
We went to Louisiana. We went to Atlanta. We traveled a lot this past year. We went to the strip clubs down there and had some of the best food we ever had in those strip clubs. Shout out to Pressure down in New Orleans. Shout out to Diamond in Atlanta, Club Diamond, man. We had us a good time. And when you get back to Seattle, you're just wondering, man, where are those good times? Like, at the Lusty Lady?
Why is there a 3-drink minimum and they're all virgins? Sprites with cherry sauce. Like, I don't understand what's going on here.
Can I get a Shirley Temple?
And then they're pressuring you too. It's not like
get a soda.
Get a soda or get out. Like, screw you and her tits. Like, what is going on? You know, so
we just need to figure out something because entertainment is, it's entertainment.
That's the thing. I want entertainment better here in Seattle. Like,
Yeah.
You know, and what's crazy is we come from a time where there were 100 and some clubs on Jackson alone.
Yeah.
You know, those older days. So I just want to get back to where, because that's the only thing other cities have on us. I go to other cities and their traffic's terrible, their layout's terrible, their resources look like
their geography's horrible. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, people have a good time. They're happy. And here it's
and
like
there's food in abundance, and there's different options. And later on, like
it's all work, no play, and you're stuck here. You can't even go release. You can't go decompress. You know, we already don't get enough sun. You know, we need to take our vitamin D because the sun's not there. But
we need to support more single mothers.
We got to support the single moms. You know, who's gonna be there? Who cares? Like we care.
Who cares? Like we care.
You know, but that's really just on my mind. I was like, man, you know, we would be a cooler place. It's bad enough we don't have any clubs. We don't have the Sonics here, so our like I said, our ladies are dealing with Seahawks
They're dealing with rookie contracts from these Seahawks.
And the women are really unhappy. If you notice, Seattle women are really in a bad place right now because it's hard to survive on rookie contracts. And you can't make this up. They have attitudes right now. It's like, hey, I know you were friends, but they're upset right now because it's hard to maintain, you know, on rookie contracts, you know. So, you know, they used to S63 Benzes, and now they're in, like, Challengers and stuff. So, I'm serious, man.
Oh, sorry.
Let's bring back the economy. Let's bring back the economy to Seattle, man.
Let's do it like Big T, huh?
Man, Big T would have had money in the streets.
See, man, we agree with Big T when he was in office, but Big T put money in them streets.
Big T.
He flooded through the streets
hey,
with
man,
dollars.
I can't say what Joseph's doing right now, but Big T, when he was in office, them stimulators would stimulate, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we can get everybody the money they need, everybody's attitude to be better, take your vitamin D, you know?
Yeah. Speaking of money and stuff, one of my topics I want to speak on was investments, stocks.
I don't know nothing about that, credit, but you do.
And it's, but you know, my journey with it. It's not preached enough, not only just in the black community, because that is known, you know, but also when it comes to school. Like, you know, you get out of school, you graduate, you go to college, you open your own business, you work a career, you're like, damn, I should have learned all this in school.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like
a long time
ago.
ago.
Home, financial literacy, that's what we need to learn. And I think that is something that we need to talk about within ourselves. And for me, my experience with this was in the past couple of years getting into stocks and actually watching the stocks. And when you have to pay attention to stocks, you have to pay attention to the world. And if you don't really know that, you're not going to really do well in it because everything that's going on in the world affects each stock daily differently in different situations that go on.
Well, as far as like trading?
Like trading or companies or policies, just like, so for sure, 2016, there's a company called Tops. It's shipping worldwide, right? So when Trump's in office, he's like, no more international shipping. So each stock, one stock of theirs, the one share, was worth $16 million at a point in time. $24 million.
Really?
One share is $24 million. Fast forward today, it's only worth $1. And that's because of Trump writing a business tariff. Basically, we couldn't trade. We could do international stuff.
Good.
So it killed that stock. So that's what I mean. There's certain things that go on with these stocks, just like the vaccines, all the rapid tests. There's so many. I actually had lost some money dealing with a company that was supposed to be the first rapid test for COVID. So that's what I mean. Not just numbers in the business. You got to know what's going on in the world because there's a lot of people who's putting money into certain things that's going on in the world. Like I actually made some money on a Donald Trump stock because he got kicked off of Twitter.
Big T.
He basically created his own platform and people invested in it. So it actually shot up and it did some numbers within the first week or so, 2 weeks. So that's what I mean by world events and things that's going on, staying current with what's going on because stocks and kind of the world events, they matter. They go hand in hand when it comes to companies and
I know nothing about that, man.
Yeah, so
you know, that's dope with you because
if you have anybody, you know, get into it, take a course, trying to do any study you can hit me up. I actually have videos that I watch on my own. I'm in a group that we are monthly. We trade stocks, we trade information. You know, every day you wake up, somebody got a stock or they got something going on or what's going to hold, what's not, puts and everything, options and contracts. I've been into it. So it's definitely good for us black people to get into because the thing about it is even stocks that I've bought that haven't made a lot of money or made any money, that money's still there. Like I spent $100, $200 on a stock. It didn't go up. It didn't go down. It's still there. Thinking about how we spend money and we don't see it no more. We spend money and we don't get it back.
Do you have any risks? Like,
my thing is just it's just like anything. They say when you buy something, try to have it 2 or 3 times. Or when you do stocks, you can start small. You can. I started small, you know, but you build up eventually and you get your portfolio to where you could buy bigger contracts, you could buy more shares, you have more to say and more to do. But I would tell people who, it depends on where you're at, kind of buy where you're at, because it's almost a gamble if you don't have the info. And that's when you need to do the studying yourself, and you need to know somebody and talk to somebody who has information on what to look at, what to check for, what's hot, what's not.
Yeah, my head's going crazy right now. Contact him and ask, because I don't know anything about that.
No, I know a little bit. I don't know enough, but I'm still learning every day. But I do have the experts and people who I deal with who've helped me in the past couple of years. You know, like, it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, making money out of the money you spend.
I've seen you make, like, that's why I'm like, oh, that's what's up, but
I mean, picture just how long we should have been doing it as black people, how much stuff we wasted money on, or how much stuff, and it's not taught, so it's not like we're, you know, wrong. We weren't taught certain things, and just think about how much money we could have, or how many things we could have if we just invested this and let it sit, or if we did this at a certain time and it blew up. There are some black people in our community who were able to do that, and I know a family where they invested in, like, Microsoft, like the 80s or 90s.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people who
live to this day off of
on
it.
AMC.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, you just got to pay attention and learn it and get into it. Don't half-ass it. Don't get into it and play with it. Take it seriously, because it is your money. But make sure that you're learning the right things from the right person, or the right, like, video, instructional video. If you watch a lecture video or something. But just make sure you're doing actual research on this. Like anything in life, you got to learn about it. You got to practice it. I mean, you did different. You went
I'm going to leave that to the professionals.
Yeah, you have a kennel. Like, he has a kennel now, so that was him, you know, doing his thing. So
anything about French Bulldogs, I can tell you.
Yeah, so he knows everything about that. That's his thing. And so, you know, it's just get into it. And now my whole point of that was just like with that, like, we need to invest in things that appreciate that whole value. So, I mean, having things just has to do with making sure your money's spent on money to make more money, because other than that, I mean, all we're going to do is consume our whole lives.
Waste it. No, yeah, for sure, man. That's like, I have no idea about stocks, but I'm glad you're knowledgeable, because, like I said, if it's not about French Bulldog or something.
I mean, well, anything, just with, like,
organic hand soaps.
Having your own, I mean, that too. Having your own business is just, you know, creating a revenue of income, like, you know, the stream of revenue, making sure that you have a business that's creating money, even if it's a little bit of money. Credit cards, business credit cards, just making sure we're focused on financial literacy and financial freedom the best we can in our positions to help us, because the more you do now, it becomes greater, it builds, and it builds. So you got to start somewhere. Don't think you don't have much to do much. It always starts, you know, with a little bit, but it can get greater as long as you make the right moves and the right steps.
And people say that, and I just be like,
I'm saying with everything though, like,
no,
even when we buying cars from the auction, all that stuff, like, we have to think about businesses other than just working, or because it's going to be a time where that bargain system is going to be back in full effect.
9 to 5 ain't never made nobody rich, man. Get your hustle on, get your grind on. I'm telling you right now.
Man, listen, especially speaking about money, you see they put Maya Angelou on the quarter.
Yeah, man.
We didn't need that. We need the reparations. We don't give a damn about that. You think we care about a quarter? With a poor, she was a philanthropist. You know what I'm saying? She was a great woman and legendary, but
she sold coochie before she was any of that. Rest up, baby.
She was a streetwalker. But listen, I'm gonna tell you straight up like this: it is not. We don't care about that quarter. We care about our futures. We care about being the generational wealth gap between black people and other families being closed. We care about our land, the proposal we were supposed to get, the 40 acres and the mill reparations. We're worried about all that. We don't care about no damn quarter.
Yeah, those. Who cares about the props and gimmicks? Yeah. Like, what's going to impact our people? That's one thing I want to talk about. Because, you know, they talk about, well, I just watched Tulsa, Oklahoma go through somewhere they celebrated, not really celebrated, but they're also fighting for Greenwood, where the massacre was. You know, they'll say it's a bombing or whatever, but it's a massacre. But also in learning that, I watched that there's over 100 lakes in the United States that are basically covering old black towns.
Yeah, there's a lot of towns that were covered, and I
learned that from Lake Lanier in Georgia. That's one of them. But
Central Park, there's a black village.
Seneca Village.
There's a village, Seneca Village of Seneca Park. And what's so crazy is a lot of people don't know. This says 100 lakes, and before they were lakes, they were towns and villages, and people were thriving and living. Flooded. And people, you know, you need water, you need reservoirs, so they would choose a place with, I guess, the
population of people, you know, it's called Oscarville. The one in Georgia, Lake Lanier, was called Oscarville before they came in, they pushed everybody out. But it was like they killed people, they chased them out, and then they flooded the town. So I think there's they averaged the most deaths during the summers, I guess,
Yeah.
out of bodies of lakes. And like they say, it seems like it's haunted, and I can understand why. But I just, that's something I found out, and it's just crazy because there's so many levels of separation, when it comes to gaining wealth, gaining knowledge, knowing who you are, knowing where you're coming from, knowing that your family might have, extra plights and fights because somebody didn't want you to have it, So do your research on that, but Lake Lanier is one of them. It was one in Oregon, which shocked me, but there's over like 100 lakes in the country that were originally, towns of peoples, and they were flooded out basically, to build those lakes. So that's wild to me, man. That's some stuff you don't really get over, but time goes on. But it's just wild to me, man. That's it. That's really it, man.
The one that really stands out to me is there's a black family that's getting a lot of land, beach back.
Oh,
Manhattan
yeah,
Beach.
yeah, I seen that.
It's I forgot the family's name, but it's down in L.A. It's Manhattan Beach, and they're getting it back from the 1920s. Basically,
they're basically
their
con out of
mayor,
there
Gavin Newsom, basically said they were forced out of their property, and they own this beachfront property in Manhattan Beach in the 1920s and the 1800s, and basically was ran out by the people of the town. Their resort taken because it was a resort for black people traveling and coming and live on the beach and have fun, and that was taken from their family. And so just last year, the mayor of Cali at that time, or the governor, I can't remember which one it was. I think it's Gavin. Yeah, Governor Gavin Newsom basically signed it, saying that they had to get their family their land back, and not just that, getting the land back, they basically had to give them the equity.
And that's what I was going to say. A lot of people, they clap their hands in, victorious fashion and say, hey, they got the land back, but you don't equate for the 100, 150 years where they missed out on opportunities to build equity, gaining value in things, generational wealth. So, it's cool and dandy to getting it back, but that's also, it's like when somebody gets out of jail for something they didn't do. It's like, that's cool, but there's years wasted, there's life, because you can't get back time. There's other resources. You get back money, different things, but time you can't get back. So when I hear about stuff like that, it's, it's kind of disheartening because it's like.
You got to think about that time, though. 1912, around that time, the black family buys that stuff. So at the time, it's supposed to be a new freedom. You're buying your freedom. You come out west, and then you're still hunted. You're still ran out of your home, and it's taken from you for 100 years. And people don't realize that's what helps grow wealth is having land, having
assets,
property, assets, and equity.
Play Monopoly.
And so that's what was great about that one was they're gonna give it's the Bruce family of Manhattan Beach. They're gonna give them the equity, which is like $100 million or something. It's like $80 to $100 million, and the property back. So it's just different investments, different things like that, and it's getting what we were owed. We ain't worried about no quarter. All that was just to say we ain't worried about no damn quarter. You could keep that. We wasn't worried about Harriet under 20. We don't care about none of that. Like
was
we don't.
it 10 or 20?
It was either or, but we don't give a damn about none of that. We need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves and our children's futures.
In place.
Yeah, policies.
To help
we
people.
need a hate crime bill for us. We still ain't got. We've been lynched and all that, and there's still not a black hate crime bill. There's not one for black people. But the Asians had 2 months of being, and they are respected, but really 2 months of it. In like 3 months, 4 months, here comes a Asian hate crime bill. So, I mean, we got to really do the math.
It's really just a spit in the face each time. We got to stop expecting, the same people who put the knife in our back to pull it out, and heal us up. But also, it's like
it's
messed
blatant.
Up. Yeah.
It's just blatant.
No, it's in their face. That's why it's like, it's in your face. What are you going to do?
So, I mean, just investing in and having things, is, that's what it comes around to. But we ain't working hard to spend our own money with our faces on it. You guys can keep that. Like, I don't know if that's even something people like. I don't care, but we need more than that, and America needs to step up and close the wealth gap and different things that have to do with our communities and our resources, because we ain't worried about being in no money at all. We worry about having money. That's it.
That's about it.
So what you got feeling like?
That's it, man.
That's it?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
What? Talked about everything I want to talk about.
All right. Well, I mean,
strippers, COVID. What didn't I cover?
All right.
Come on, man.
Well, hope that was informative for you guys. Appreciate you guys tapping in. Hope this was a good time for you guys. Always a good time for us. Shout out Converge Media. Remember, Black Media matters. Any events, any products, any services that you need, just ask me and bro, and we'll not only, help you get on here and give you some airtime, we'll definitely make sure that people get to your site or your stream or whatever you're doing.
Like I said, if you're coming here talking about any heinous things, you're not doing no Zoom talking about the rose or, sex toys. You're coming here talking about yourself with love and peace always.
So this is really
it's VI.
And it's Factorz TV, man. We checking out.
Next time.
All right.